because Chicago had 10 more offensive rebounds, so Case has to do a better job on the offensive glass.
This is Hodges working against Germer off the tip. Missed. Shot was rebounded by Brandeis, though. And going to the free throw line, shooting 2, will be Nicolina Vitale.
For the Brandeis women, their 2 big keys, since they're deep and they have so many players that will play double-digit minutes, Case has struggled this year with on-ball pressure. I think that's something Brandeis could use to their advantage. They don't have to worry necessarily about any one player getting into foul trouble. They can work on double teams. Germer turned it over a few too many times last Sunday. So certainly on-ball pressure for Brandeis. The other thing, because they've got those mismatched sizes, work the ball on the low post.
Or cut to McCoy. This is Germer now with the basketball for Case. That's Reynolds, posts up from 12, rolled around, won't go. And Paris Hodges pulls down the rebound. This is Hodges with the basketball, working to the left side in front of that Case bench. Just underway here at Horsburgh Gymnasium inside the Veal Center on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. Lob inside, it'll go out of bounds, and Case will get it back. So first 2 possessions for the judges, miss 2 free throws and have a turnover.
Well, the Brandeis judges do not shoot three-pointers well on the season, under 25%. So I think on top of the fact that they've got good matchups underneath, Ron, they'll look to throw it in the paint anyways.
Here's Orcutt. She had a great career day on Sunday a week ago. Top of the key now, it's Germer with Hodges on her inside. Reynolds, another shot, this one off the back of the rim. McCoy comes down with a rebound. The freshman got the rebound. They're going to swing it to Orcutt. 3 in the air. Missed it long, and Germer will get the carom.
That's 2 offensive rebounds on this possession. You've got to come away with points now if you're Case.
McCoy for 3. You asked for it, she gave it to you. Jessica McCoy with her first basket, the freshman from New Jersey, has 3, and that's the spread. It's 3-0 Case. This is Rodriguez, now top of the key to Vitale. They go inside. Turnaround shot by Jackson won't go. And Orcutt will bring the basketball down the floor for the Spartans. This is Reynolds looking inside to Orcutt. They're going to kick it out to Germer. Orcutt, baseline, pull up, missed. Fighting for it. Mummy got the rebound. Mummy off the glass, missed it, but she was fouled. Laura Mummy with a big rebound, and she'll go to the foul line. She'll shoot 2.
Well, so far, Case has come up the floor running the same offensive play a couple times, working it to the left side of the floor and using an on-ball screen to free up somebody underneath the basket and then dish it into the low post. This time, Mummy, the recipient, that she capitalizes on her first free throw, where on the season she has really struggled, only 43% from the line coming into the night.
Laura Mummy averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds. She's one of the key players for this Case team. And she makes them both. Case is up 5-0. Brandeis coming in, 2 wins in a row. They are 3-3 on the road this year, so playing on the road does not intimidate them in any stretch of the matter. And this is Germer with a steal in the backcourt. She picked Jackson's pocket. Here comes Orcutt the other way. Brooks, strong, kicks it out. McCoy swings it. That's Reynolds, shot short. I think it was partially blocked. And here comes Hodges.
Well, even though that they haven't hit most of the shots they've taken so far, I like the tempo that Case is playing at on both ends of the floor, forcing a couple of turnovers, coming up with that steal there, Germer, and they're getting good looks on the offensive side.
Well, Case is doing a nice job inside of fronting Maria Jackson, forcing that long pass, and twice it has led to turnovers. This is Orcutt with a screen from Reynolds, gets it back to Reynolds. She's going to kick it out top to McCoy. Case up 5-0, 2.5 gone. That's Orcutt for 3. Rattled, won't go. And down with a rebound for Brandeis is Vitale. This is Vitale bringing the ball up the floor. She'll hand it off to her teammate Casey Dean. And Dean had a big day on Sunday. Hit a big shot late in the game. This is Dean working inside. Turnaround shot won't go. Jackson tipped it. Dean got it back. Works again. Shot was partially blocked. And stepping out of bounds is Jessica McCoy. Did Reynolds get that block? I was blocked by an official.
Yes, she did. She did. She hit it from behind, but then as she came down with it on the out-of-bounds line, she'll give it back to Brandeis. But you mentioned Casey Dean having a big game. 19 points led the way. Not a career high for her, but a game high. And 8 rebounds. One of 4 girls in double figures in that win over nationally ranked Emory.
Boy, that was textbook passing right there. Flashback to last Friday.
That's how you draw it up on the inbound. Well done.
I was looking at Wash U, the way they pass the ball. It's 5-2, Case with the early lead. Germer ball above her head, now it's Orcutt. Orcutt wearing number 10 tonight on throwback night. Burke usually wears 41. That's Reynolds. Baseline shot. Missed it. Case is getting open looks, Brendan.
They are, and again, you've got to be pleased with that. At some point, you'll find a comfort zone in that you'll be able to hit those, but they're not forcing things. They're getting what they want on the offensive side.
Dean, ball above her head, top of the key now to Vitale. They're going to swing it over here to Hodges, right in front of the Case bench. Hodges draws the defense. That's Casey Dean for a shot. In and out. Ball's tipped, still alive. Dean's going to get it.
Well, I know that particular shot was the exception, but their pressure around the arc has been excellent too.
Jackson with a rebound. Ball's tipped, kept alive. Hodges got it, and she got fouled. You mentioned one of your keys in the pregame was getting rebounds. Case was, on the big negative last weekend in that. And so far tonight, offensively, Brandeis has gotten a lot of second and third looks.
Brandeis has 6 offensive rebounds, 10 total. Case only has 5 total rebounds. The Spartans and Judges both shooting 1 of 8, so not a particularly good start for either team offensively, but you're dead on. The Judges have had far more second chance opportunities.
Checking in for Case is Julie Mooney. Orcutt gets the rebound. That's Orcutt with a shot. She's short. Reynolds tried to keep it alive. Actually, that was Mummy that tried to keep it alive, and they're going to call Laura Mummy for the foul. That will be her first. Aaron Reynolds is back in. Mummy will take a seat. Also in the game for Brandeis is Sydney Sodine. Sydney Sodine is number 15. She's now in the game for Brandeis, as well as Samantha Mancinelli. Lob inside, good defense by Orcutt. Orcutt and Mooney doubled up the post, and Case comes away with a turnover.
All 4 turnovers for the Judges have been on that exact same play. A couple of them overthrown, a couple of them underthrown.
It's a spin inside by Reynolds. She was fouled. Foul's going to go against Nicolina Vitale.
Well, again, we talked about it early. The energy that Case is playing at has not stopped, and that has to be something that goes all 40 minutes, wire to wire. You don't see too many jump shots from the free throw line, but doesn't matter how it goes down. It matters that it goes down.
Well, Erin is a 54% free throw shooter, so I don't care if she closes her eyes and throws it backwards.
Hey, 2 for 2, and neither one of them touched the rim.
That's exactly right. This is Hodges with the basketball with Germer on her. Case is up 5. It's 7-2. We're about 5 minutes into this game. Nice backdoor cut. Feed inside. McCoy on defense. Shot partially blocked. Reynolds tipped it. Hodges keeps it. They kick it back out for the Judges. Brandeis will get another offensive possession. With the basketball on the drive, that's Scanlon. Shot was missed. McCoy comes down with it, tied up in the backcourt. Scanlon and McCoy, and the Spartans will get the basketball.
Well, we didn't expect, if history's any precursor, Ron, we didn't expect this to be a high-scoring game, and at least at the outset, it hasn't been. But I am surprised that Brandeis is off to such a poor start shooting the basketball. They at least shoot it at a 40% clip, even though they only average 65 a game. Case averaging 62 a game, also shooting 40% from the floor.
Orcutt and Germer lose the basketball. Julie Mooney on defense against Jackson. Shot was blocked. Ball still alive. Orcutt comes up with it. Boy, Julie Mooney did a great job that time playing defense. When I think it was a 3-on-1 Brandeis break, and McCoy the other way from Orcutt. Jessica McCoy's got 5. Coach Carol Simon wants a timeout. Case is up 7.
She's got to be scratching her head saying, how are we missing so many buckets from right under the basket?
We'll be back.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
Here's a look at Casey Dean coming out for Brandeis. Dean, the senior guard from Southbury, Connecticut. She's been a captain for this Judges basketball team both her junior and senior year. She'll bring the ball up the floor for Brandeis. Judges out of that timeout. Mooney with a great defensive effort last possession. Working inside, missed the left-handed layup. McCoy got the rebound and fouling her in the backcourt. Fouls on 15. That is Sodine. She missed the layup and then picked up the foul. Sydney Sodine. Oftentimes you see that. Well, somebody misses an easy bucket and they're a little frustrated.
The thing that I'm finding as you watch this game evolve that Case is looking to do more often is try to get into that transition game. 7 of their 9 points have come off of turnovers so far.
This is Dean. Brandeis with the basketball. Jackson, nice feed inside to Sodine, and Reynolds tied her up. She'll get called for the foul. So Reynolds is going to pick up her first foul. That is Case's 4th team foul. Sodine's going to take a seat, checking back in one of the original starters, Nicolina Vitale. Vitale wears 24. Dean will inbound it for Brandeis. Dean gets it back. Will swing it out to Vitale. Jackson to Dean. Shots in the air, and it's good. Casey Dean, just a 25% shooter from the field, but she makes that one, and it's 9-4. Spartans with a 5-point lead.
Case has done a fantastic job early on of denying entries into the low post from no matter where a pass could be coming from on the floor.
Shot was blocked by Vitale. Here comes Dean the other way.
And if you're the coaching staff of the Spartans, you would rather have Brandeis shooting those 18 to 20-foot jump shots every time.
Vitale along the baseline. Orcutt's going to get called for a push. Foul will go against Brooke Orcutt. That will be her first.
And once again, 8 offensive rebounds for Brandeis, 8 total rebounds for Case, who is -7 on the glass right now. They're fortunate to be ahead by 5.
Going to kick it into Nikki Laskaris. Cross-court pass. This is Laskaris with the ball now. She'll shoot the 3. Missed it long. Dean got the rebound. Working against Germer off the glass and good. I'm going to have to check my stats. Casey Dean's form looks anything like a 25% shooter. This is Mooney the other way. Now it's Germer. Mooney for 3. Julie will put it up. Oh, I thought she had it. It was short. Bounced over the rim. She is a 42% shooter. Boy, you see something number-wise, then you see the actual, the real article, and you go, that just doesn't make sense.
Well, the 25 you may have gotten for minutes per game. She does lead the squad with 25 minutes a game.
You had mentioned the balance with this Brandeis team as Reynolds steals it off to Germer. And there's a great example. She leads with 25 minutes. Case on the other side, Brooke Orcutt averages 35 minutes out of 40 a game.
And it just goes to show that when you go wire to wire, if a team wants to run that high-tempo game, you're better off if you have a deeper bench. We only saw 8 girls get in the game for Case on Sunday.
Coach Reimer is working through her rotations, trying to find out who she can play in this tough University Athletic Association. That's Dean inside against Reynolds. Missed it. Mooney got the rebound. Ball's loose. Dean got it back. Julie just dribbled that one off of her foot. 3 in the air, nothing but net for Nikki Laskaris.
Good skip pass and ensuing shot, and that's not at the game at 9 apiece. But real quick here before we go to break, you mentioned how strong the UAA is, Ron. 3 nationally ranked teams this season. It's a tough, tough conference.
It's 9-9. We'll be back.
Cleveland Marriott downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Bringing the ball up the floor is Rachel Beatty for Case. This game's deadlocked at 9. We're about 9 minutes into this opening half. This is Mooney with the ball. Both teams ice cold. What are the shooting stats at this point, Brendan?
Brandeis so far 4 of 17, Case 2 of 13. And Brandeis, while they have turned the ball over 6 times, they've had a lot more looks too.
This is Orcutt, dribbles into a double team. They tied her up. Jackson tied her up. And the judges will get the basketball back.
And again, I'm going to continue to point to it all night because it's going to play a big role. 17-9 right now. Case is being out-rebounded, and 9 of Brandeis's rebounds are on the offensive glass.
This is Hodges with the basketball, gets a high screen from Jackson, kicks it in the corner, immediately double-teamed. Good defense by Orcutt, and Rachel Beatty that time. Beatty controls off to Germer. Down the floor to Chelsea Stein. And Chelsea Steen loses the basketball. This is Jackson the other way. Shots up, rolls out, missed it. Germer got the rebound. Germer at 5'5", got that rebound over 5'10" Maria Jackson.
And this must feel like one of those nights for everybody on the floor that there's just a lid on the basket. I mean, the number of shots that have been missed from within 5 feet, Ron, it's, even for teams that haven't shot the ball well this season in total, this is still uncharacteristic.
Another miss. Dean with the rebound off to Hodges. Here comes Brandeis. Game's tied at 9. Case led 5-0. Shots missed. Beatty comes down with a rebound. Then they led 9-2. Brandeis called a timeout. And then the next timeout we had is after the game was tied at 9, and that's where we stand now. This is Steen with the basketball. She's in the corner. She needs some help. She really needs some help. And they got a 5-second call. Case will turn the basketball over.
That is the 6th turnover for Case so far in the game. Brandeis with 7 early on, so right now the score would indicate obviously that it's a close game, but pretty much statistically all the way down, both teams shooting 21 and 14%. Each team is only at 1-3. It just hasn't been a great night for either squad so far, and sometimes we get 2 teams that are going to battle on the defensive side. It makes for an interesting night.
Dean with it, left wing, inside the three-point line. It's nothing but net. Casey Dean's got 6. And Brandeis takes an 11-9 lead. Fouls on Paris Hodges, the freshman guard out of Southampton, New York, with her first foul.
Yeah, she had a great game against Emory on Sunday last week. 8 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, a really well-balanced effort. Probably the best game of her career.
Well, it goes right along with her season. She averages 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, that is balanced. That's Jen Reimer shaking the hands of her point guard Germer as Amanda comes off and gets some rest. This is Steen with the inbounds pass with Hodges on her. Chelsea kicks it to Mooney. They'll swing it back out to Orcutt. Case trying to break a 3-game losing streak, actually a 4-game losing streak. Mooney out to McCoy. Shot was short. Jessica's going to fight for it with Vitale. Saves it. Rachel Beatty goes for it, and Rachel rolls out of bounds.
You can't.
Jessica thought she had to save it from midcourt. I'm not sure if a judge touched that ball when it came off the rim. If that's the case, then Jessica didn't need to make that dive to try to save it.
Well, either way, you can't coach Hart.
Yeah.
And a play like that is certainly one that's meaningful. It sticks out in a coach's mind.
2 examples on that particular play from Beatty and McCoy. A whistle inside. Reynolds got knocked over. And the foul's going to go against, I believe, Vitale. Yeah, foul's on Nicolina Vitale. That's her second. Well, she's a good player.
She sure is.
11 points, 5 rebounds. She came off the bench last year as a junior, played in all 22 games.
And she plays with good vision, too. She keeps her eyes up court when she's dribbling the basketball. She's got a good idea where her teammates are supposed to be on the floor.
Again, a whistle away from the ball. This one will go against Brooke Orcutt. That will be her second. That's her 3rd personal. Check that. Orcutt's in foul trouble. She's got 3. We're just midway through the opening half. They're going to get her out of there.
Well, and it wouldn't surprise us, I would think, Ron, if she doesn't come back for the rest of the first half now. That's a tough loss.
Yeah, that is not a good thing. Lauren Elkin's going to come in. Elkin, the senior out of Ryerstown, Maryland. She will replace Orcutt. Hodges with a ball fake. Freshman against freshman. McCoy blocked her shot. Ball's knocked out of bounds off Hodges. So that was a nice matchup of two talented freshmen in the University Athletic Association. And on that particular drive, Jessica McCoy got the better of Paris Hodges.
Going back to the note on Elkin, this is only her 8th appearance all season. In her 7 prior games, she's played only 27 minutes. So not a lot of experience for her. This is valuable time for her.
Reynolds along that baseline, try to get the ball all the way across the court. It was not exactly the pass that you'd like to make, and Hodges kicked it out of bounds and saves Case from a turnover. 17 seconds to shoot. Beatty will inbound it for the Spartans. It's Beatty along with Mooney, Reynolds, Elkin, and McCoy on the floor right now. Brooke Orcutt's in foul trouble. She's on the bench with 3 fouls and has yet to score. McCoy with the basketball. 6 seconds to shoot. This is Reynolds back to the freshman. McCoy launches a 3, misses it long, and Dean comes down with a rebound. Case is on a scoring drought. They led this game 9-2.
L41, RD 43.
And Brandeis is on a 9-0 run. And thankfully for the Spartans, the judges have missed a lot of bunnies like that one that Casey Dean just missed. Otherwise, this could really be out of hand early on here. 7:49 left.
Case's last bucket came at the 14:22 mark on a Jessica McCoy layup. So they are in quite the drought right now.
7-minute drought. 6 seconds to shoot. Elkin, ball above her head, top of the key. She's going to drive, throw it off the glass. Not the shot she wanted, but the shot clock was down to 2 seconds. And it's the only shot they had. Germer's going to check in for Case. Julie Mooney will take a seat. Casey Dean will check out for Brandeis, and back in for the judges will be Samantha Mancinelli.
And I think they're continuing to find that if they get in the half-court game with Brandeis, that's where they're being most challenged. They've got to try to create turnovers or after missed shots, get up the floor quickly. They're doing that, but they've got to try to get a shot off a little bit more quickly.
Mancinelli with the basketball. Again, whistle away from the ball. Germer trying to play defense inside against Nicolina Vitale. Germer's at 5'5". Vitale's at 6'1". So if Amanda's going to bump and push a little bit, I guess you got to give that to her because she's working against the 6-inch deficit there, 7-inch deficit.
No doubt. You can't fault somebody for being physical when they're undersized. You got to kind of earn your own stripes.
Another missed free throw. Nicolina Vitale is 0 for 3 at the line. Paris Hodges is 0 for 1. Brandeis is a team right now, 0 for 4. They have yet to make a free throw. This is Elkin, in front of the Brandeis bench. Now it's Germer. Spartans down 2. They haven't scored in 7.5 minutes. Reynolds inside, and that just won't go in.
I was just about to say it. They've got to get to the free throw line to end this drought. Dating back to Sunday's game, now they've hit 18 consecutive free throws in a row, and almost as I was thinking it, she puts it up with the left hand, but you're right, it just won't drop.
Aaron Reynolds, 2 of 2 from the foul line so far tonight. And just as I say that, that's the first Case miss from the foul line tonight. They had been perfect. And maybe that will let them breathe a little. That's their first basket in about 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And it was a free throw. Hodges with the basketball, Germer on her. All the way across the floor. That was a sloppy pass. That's the one that makes the coach just shake her head.
9th turnover of the day for the Brandeis judges, who so far have been able to survive a turnover-prone first half.
This is Germer, left baseline, finds a wide open Rachel Beatty inside the three-point line, and Rachel makes it.
Almost 8 minutes exactly between field goals, but you're right. Nice to see an open jump shot go through, and as you said after the free throw, maybe Case can breathe a little bit now as they take that 1-point lead back.
Boy, a hop, skip, and a jump, and we're traveling along the way. You know, I mean, because of the NBA and because of what's allowed in the NBA, And because of I think it's called the crab dribble that LeBron perfected in the NBA. That's exactly what Sydney Sodine just did.
They should just call it the LeBron dribble.
You've got to be kidding me. She thought I see LeBron do that. I saw him do it last night.
Well, there are a couple of disgruntled Brandeis fans from across the way who let John Whitson, one of the officials, have it. Of course, Ken Aguilar and April Largent round out the officiating crew. And so far, I think they've let the girls play. There has been some physical contact that they've let go, just like that in the low post.
McCoy into the triple team. That was not a good idea. This is Vitale. She's going to swing it to the top of the key. Sarah McNamara now in the game. They're going to work it inside. McNamara tipping for the loose ball, and Beatty comes down with a rebound. Spartans up 1. 5:30 left to play opening half. Brandeis comes in on a 2-game win streak. Case on a 4-game conference losing streak. This is Beatty working hard on that right block. Reynolds gets a nice move off the glass. Didn't get it up to the glass. She was fouled before the ball got there. Foul's going to go against McNamara. That is Sierra's first.
Well, once again, Erin Reynolds finds her way to the free throw line. She has definitely taken the idea of being physical in the low post tonight to heart. Reynolds has had a pretty solid game so far. I don't think anybody's stat line would really jump off the page at you. Now only 4 points, but she's gotten to the free throw line. These are free throws number 5 and 6 for her on the evening. And how about that for somebody who entering the game, a 54% free throw shooter. She's hit 5 of 6 so far tonight for the strike.
So Case has built the lead back to 3. They were down 11-9. They're on their own mini 5-0 run right now. Hodges against Germer. Vitale with a shot from the left side, and she knocks it down. It was just a 2-pointer. She was just inside that 3-point line. That's her first basket of the night. Germer looking at a double team, dribbles out of it. Now to Elkin. Elkin top of the key. This is McCoy. Feed inside off a screen with Steen. She got a shot blocked, but she was fouled.
Excellent screen set off the ball by the freshman McCoy. Freed up Steen, who went right down to that low block and got the good pass. That's exactly how they wanted to draw it up. Just create some traffic, and Steen found a way to get away from it.
There's Chelsea at the free throw line. The foul was on Mancinelli. That was her first. And Chelsea Steen at the line this year, an 81% free throw shooter.
Steen gets credit for bringing the fun to the building tonight, providing the pregame throwback playlist. It's always fun to see, though, Ron, when girls this age, when they get a chance to put a playlist like that together. What kind of music is throwback music to a 20-year-old?
To me, seemed like it was just a day or two ago. I think throwback to them was 2008. So Case is going to keep it. Steen missed it, but Brandeis kicked the ball out of bounds. Spartans with it inside 5 minutes to play opening half. It's been a tough first half for both teams as Elkin misses the shot in the right block. But luckily it's been for both teams, shooting-wise.
And exactly the point, and for a shot like that for Elkin, she had the defender right where she wanted her on her outside hip. Had the easy shot, and she just couldn't hit it.
Vitale traveled with the basketball as McCoy and Reynolds doubled down on her on the left baseline. Here's Jen Reimer. Jen in her 6th season here at Case, 5 of them winning seasons, including a year ago. They won 16 games, and Brendan, that was the first time in 12 years that a Case women's team had won that many basketball games.
Well, a big reason for that, Aaron Hollinger, what a player. But certainly with some good experience coming back into this year's group, expectations were starting to rise a little bit, and it's been a 7-9 season. They've had some really good games. They've had some tough games. It would be very meaningful if they could come away with 2 wins this weekend, namely on Sunday against a nationally ranked NYU team.
Casey Dean thought about it, kicks it over to Hodges. On the far side to Mancinelli, back to Hodges. She gets a high screen from Jackson. Working it inside as Miller, shots up, missed it, but she was fouled. Foul's going to be on Erin Reynolds. That is her second. I want to remind you.
Angela Miller is the biggest player on the floor when she's out there at 6 feet tall, and she's got to continue to put moves together like that and be physical in the post. Good little shoulder drop and then go up strong.
Big body-wise, Nicolina Vitale's at 6'1", though. She's got more length. Miller makes them both. Here comes Steen the other way. Game's deadlocked at 15. We want to remind everybody, Brooke Orcutt has not been in the game since, what was it, like the 9-minute mark?
It was at 8:35 when she checked out.
3 fouls for Brooke. She's on the bench scoreless. 3:24 left to play in this opening half. And if you're Coach Reimer and you can get away with this last 8.5 minutes without her, that's great.
Exactly. If your case and your leading scorer is going to sit on the bench and at a minimum, as you can see her in the picture there, at a minimum, if you can keep this within a handful of points at a deficit or better, right now, Case with the lead, that would be fantastic.
Lauren Elkin comes off. Good minutes for Lauren Elkin. She came in when Orcutt got into foul trouble, and Lauren really put in some good time for her teammates. That's Steen making both of them. Lauren Elkin, one of only 2 seniors on this Case team. Julie Mooney being the other. It's a very young basketball team. They had 4 starters that were seniors last year, including Ebi Iacano, who was the player of the year in the conference. All 4 of them, of course, graduated, so it's a transition year for this Spartans basketball team. Hodges will inbound it for Brandeis. They'll have 18 seconds to shoot. Case is up 2, just over 3 minutes to play in this opening half. This is Hodges in front of that Case bench, 3 in the air, missed it long. Miller got a tip, but Steen comes up with a loose ball. Chelsea with Hodges on her, and Hodges is going to get called for a push. Chelsea Steen will go to the line, and she'll shoot 2, Brendan. They're in the double bonus.
She started to string it together, been to the line now. These will be free throws number, I believe, 5 and 6 for her, right? Each of the last 2 times she's had a pair. Trying to add to this 2-point lead, and the first one is up and drilled.
You are right.
One thing that has been most alarming to me is that Case has struggled from the floor. They're shooting 3 for 21. 3 field goals in the first 17 minutes of this ball game. 1 for 8 from beyond the arc. But with that second free throw, Case has now put 12 of 14 points at the free throw line. So that's why they've been able to stay in it.
Up 4, inside 3 minutes to play. This is Dean with Germer on her. That's Miller looking inside. She's going to throw it all the way across the court. 3's in the air for Brandeis, and it's good. That's Nikki Lascaris. She's got 2 threes. You hit the 3, the 4-point lead shrinks in a hurry. This is Mooney with the basketball. Ball fake right, goes left.
It sure does when neither team has really scored very much. We expected a low-scoring game, but I don't know if I'd have quite said this low-scoring.
And you look at the 3s, Brendan, as the foul is on. Foul's on Maria Jackson. That is her second. You look at the 3s for Brandeis. They've only hit 48 threes all season long in 16 games.
Yeah, 48 of just under 200. So not a team that shoots it well. 24.9%. There's a reason why they're 2 of 5 tonight. I mean, that's obviously good percentage-wise, but they don't try to shoot a lot of threes because they just don't have that as part of their skill set.
Mooney makes 1, misses 1. Spartans are up 1 basket. It's 20-18.
It's been kind of a streaky season for Brandeis. They've actually had 2 separate 3-game losing streaks, but they're 8-8 overall, so they've done some good things.
This is Dean, left elbow. She is lights out. I think she heard me say she was a 25% shooter from the field.
He's trying to stick it to you.
She's got beautiful form. I mean, the elbow and the release, everything is.
And she shoots it confidently, and so much of a jump shot, and at least in my opinion, is mental.
Germer with Dean on her. Game's tied at 20. Inside 2 minutes to play. Mooney traveled with the basketball. Julie likes the ball fake it right, drive left, and that time she shuffled the feet a little bit.
Well, if you want to look at the stats to see why this game is close, Brandeis, while they've hit 5 more field goals, they're shooting the ball at a 29% clip. Case at, unfortunately, a far worse 14% clip. But the judges have turned it over 11 times, only 6 turnovers for Case. And Case has 11 more points at the free throw line.
This is Dean. Miller with the rebound. Strong inside. Off the back of the rim, won't go. Ball's tipped out of bounds off Case. Miller is, she's tough to push around inside there.
Well, Case I think they've only had one field goal since that 14-22 mark, and it came at the 6:29 mark of the first half. So it's just been a very difficult shooting first half for them.
3 in the air was missed. This is Germer the other way. Germer to McCoy. McCoy lost the handle. Kicks it to Steen. Off to Julie Mooney. Missed it long. And Miller grabs the rebound.
But to their credit, if you're going to miss shots, miss them close, driving in and draw a foul. And they've done a good job of drawing contact. With a minute to go, they're in a tight ball game. Wins are wins, even if they're not pretty.
Mooney inside. Shot was blocked partially by Lauren Elkin. Foul's going to go against Lauren. Got her on the arm.
And winning right now in conference is so important at this point in the season, because you really got to put together some kind of run, especially in the case of both of these two teams, trailing 3 different teams in conference play.
Angela Miller is 3 for 3 from the foul line tonight. She's got 3 points off the bench. Miller from Sicklerville, New Jersey, averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds per game. Ball's loose. Mooney comes up with it. Here comes Case. Spartans are down 1. It's 21-20. McCoy with a screen from Mooney finds Steen right wing. Back to Jessica. They're going to swing it all the way the other side. Inside, Steen off a screen. She dropped the basketball, and Dean couldn't pick it up. Casey knocked it out of bounds, almost kicked it. She was so angry with herself. Case is going to keep it. They'll have 12 seconds to shoot. Elkin, Mooney, McCoy, Steen, and Germer on the floor. This is an interesting rotation right now for Coach Reimer.
Well, I think a lot of it is affected right now by the fact that Orcutt has been out for basically the entire second portion of this first half.
The folks on the far left there are Rachel Beatty's mom and dad. Met them before the game. Rachel's done an outstanding job this year for this Case team. When she's in the game, she plays quality minutes. Lauren Elkin with her first point of the night. Elkin, a computer science major here at Case. Makes them both. Lauren has only 3 points all season in 16 games. So those two right there almost double their season total. Casey Dean off that left elbow. Steen with the rebound. Steen down the floor. Beautiful pass to Mooney. Laid it up and in. Julie Mooney with 3. Cases up 3. We're at 15 seconds left. Sodine dribbles, lost the ball, traveled with it.
She had her plant foot slide out from underneath her, and she's trying to wipe the bottom of that left sneaker and make sure that she's not going to continue to slide. Maybe she just hit a tough spot on the floor, but we'll see if Case can do something here right at the buzzer.
McCoy launches it, and that'll do it for the first half. Jessica McCoy's launch falls short, and it's 24-21, Case by 3 at the break.